Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In this video, I will share with you 5 quick and easy dinner ideas for busy people. So if you are a working mom like me, you run a small business, you have young kids, and you don't like spending more than, let's say, 45 minutes in the kitchen preparing the dinner, but you still enjoy cooking, I'm gonna share with you my top dinner ideas that I cook all the time and I love. If you're new to my channel, my name is Veronika. I'm a co-founder of a modest activewear brand, FETTUCCINE Apparel, a content creator and photographer. I document and share my business journey along with its ups and downs, valuable lessons and practical advice to inspire women like me to pursue their passion, take action and craft the life that they deserve. If you hear a little bit of grunting in the background, that's my 4-month-old baby. So we're just gonna roll with it. It's a busy time of day. I need to prepare dinner, it's the end of the work day, and you know, my kids are getting very close to their bedtime. So I hope this filming is a success. And for the first recipe, I want to share with you my favorite creamy chicken and mushroom fettuccine. Let's dive right into it. Okay, let me start by putting my trusted apron on. And this recipe doesn't usually take me a long time. It takes me about 30 to 45 minutes to put it together. It might take a little bit longer today since I'm filming, but let's prepare the chicken. I have chicken tenderloins, and they're great. They're already pre-cut, so I just need to cut them just a little bit smaller. I'm gonna prepare the chicken and marinate it. I'm literally taking the tenderloins and cutting them in half. I have about 700 grams of chicken tenderloins. Don't laugh at my tiny knife. I'm a lefty and I find that it's way easier for me to control my knife when it's nice and small. I am a little bit clumsy that way. Remember, it's my husband who is a great cook of the family. We'll talk more about it in our husband tag video. I'm gonna link it over here if you want to check it out. But yeah, he's definitely the cook of the family. And I do enjoy cooking, so don't get me wrong. Here I am making a cooking video. Now we are going to season the chicken. So we're gonna put some oregano. And I just use the spices I have available on hand. Paprika. Definitely need to refill my jars. I have coriander here. I'm usually very generous with the spices. Some black pepper. That's plenty. Then some Middle Eastern mix. It has a mix of a bunch of spices. And lots of turmeric. We cook with lots of turmeric in our family just because of its anti-inflammatory qualities. So just trying to be super healthy here. Here I am cooking a creamy chicken pasta. And a bit of pink Himalayan salt. Here we go, and we're just gonna go grab a spoon and just mix all of this together. It's really funny. When I was pregnant, I would not touch chicken. I would not eat chicken. I just hated it so much. But now that I've had my baby, I'm back to enjoying chicken and have no problem handling it. Now I have everything ready to start cooking. I'm gonna cook in a deeper pot just because I'm going to add this pasta. I'm cooking with this pasta today, which is fresh fettuccine, so it's not dehydrated pasta. so it only needs about 2 to 3 minutes to cook. So my plan is to prepare the sauce and prepare everything and then add the pasta there, and while it's simmering down, the pasta will cook. So I haven't cooked with this pasta before, so it's going to be a little bit of an experiment. So I'm going to start with putting some olive oil. And then I'm going to heat up the pan. I personally like a little bit of color in my creamy fettuccine chicken. So I'm gonna put some tomato paste. And I'm going to melt about 50 grams of butter. Who doesn't love butter? Fantastic. Now the chicken is about halfway done. I'm going to add my mushrooms. And I'm also going to add some green peas. This is totally optional. I just like a little bit of green stuff in my pasta too. This is not a traditional recipe whatsoever. It's just something that I like cooking and I like the taste of, and I'm just sharing it with you. I'm going to add a little bit of more spices, just a bit of a Middle Eastern mix, a little bit of mint, some oregano. And we're gonna mix it through in here. Okay. Now I am going to add some heavy cream. And I have about 500 mils, but I've used some with my coffee today, so there is about 400 mils left. I'm just gonna put it all in. I've decided to pre-cook my pasta a little bit, so I put boiling water and some salt in here to cook it for a couple of minutes before I add it to my sauce and incorporate it together. I put about 1.5 packs of pasta. That'll be enough for our dinner today. And I'm cooking dinner for 3. The pasta is about halfway done. I really didn't want to overcook it, so I've strained it and now I'm going to add it to the sauce. Now I am going to turn off the heat. It's pretty much reduced to the consistency that I want. I'm going to cover it up and wait for it to sit a little bit, and then we can have it for dinner. A moment of truth. This is the final result. Let me show you. Here you go. I have a whole pot of pasta. I'm gonna plate it up now. Fantastic. I'm just gonna get Parmesan cheese that my husband went to supermarket to get because you can't have fettuccine chicken without Parmesan cheese. Now we're just gonna take the grater and be very generous with it. Fantastic. And little pasta from the garden. Here we go. This is the final plate. This is all we're gonna have today. So tomorrow, I haven't said what I'm gonna cook tomorrow, but tomorrow I'm gonna share another recipe with you. And we're back in the kitchen for dinner idea number 2. Today we're having snapper and roast veggies. It's such an easy meal to make. I do it all the time. That's my baby in the background. This recipe is great with roast chicken, the whole chicken, chicken drums, chicken nipples. You can honestly put any sort of protein in there. You can even do meatballs in the oven, but today we're cooking it with snapper and roast veggies. It's easy. It takes about 10 minutes to prepare. You put it in the oven, forget about it for about half an hour, and there you go. You have a good, healthy, very nutritious dinner. Let's start with roast veggies. My mom actually helped me a bit while I was filming my YouTube videos. So she chopped up some carrots, potatoes, and kumara. And we used orange kumara. So this is a decently sized bowl full of vegetables. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna season them with olive oil and some garlic and herbs. 4-liter can. It's a can. 4-liter can of oil. I'm gonna be pretty generous with it. Okay, we have oregano. And we have coriander. We have black pepper. We have some dry mint. And we have Middle Eastern herb blend. And we have some salt. We're going to grab crushed garlic. Add some crushed garlic in the vegetables. Even more. Okay. Use that's good later. Now I'm going to combine it all together. Okay. Now we need an oven tray. I'm gonna put all of these veggies right here. Pour all of the oil and herbs out of the bowl. I will also put some garlic because my husband likes roast garlic. I literally just take all of the garlic that I have in the skin and everything and just put it in the tray. Okay, I'm gonna spread everything out. I'm gonna create some room in the middle. That's where our fish is gonna go. We have whole snapper. I'm gonna put it right in the middle of the tray. You can use any fish you have, or if you have chicken, you can use chicken. Honestly, whatever floats your boat. My husband is into fishing. He goes fishing occasionally, and this one is from his fishing trip. Don't have any lemon. It's a good thing to have, but unfortunately, I don't have any lemon. I'm gonna put some garlic in it. Gonna rub it all over. Going to put some salt and some pepper. And some oregano. And that's it. This fish is full of flavor. It doesn't actually need much. So yeah, here we go. Here we go. You literally pick up the tray, put it in the oven for 30 minutes, and you have your dinner ready. here we go. This is the dinner for tonight. We're not even gonna use any plates. We'll literally just dig in, save us some time doing the dishes. And it was easy, very simple, and it's gonna be very delicious. See you tomorrow. Here we go. It's day number 3. And it's not quite dinner time. It's actually way before lunch. It's about 10:30 right now. And I'm cooking one of my favorite recipes that involves this beauty, which is my favorite tool in the kitchen, my trusted slow cooker. Today we're making slow cooked beef stew. It's very easy, it takes about 20 minutes in the kitchen. Then I leave it to cook in this beauty for about 6 to 8 hours, depends on what temperature I cook it at. And in the evening, you have your dinner ready. It's healthy, it's hearty, it's perfect for the weather we have today. It's a bit overcast today. So yes, let's dive right into it. Let's start with the veggies. I have potatoes and carrots. I have about 2 carrots and 4 medium-sized potatoes. I'm just gonna chop them. I usually chop them between 1/2 to 1 centimeter in thickness. So they don't have to be too thick or too thin, just, you know, good size, like this. Fantastic, that's carrots done. It's a great meal if you're having a family over. If we were having a family over, it's like about 10 of us all together, I'd probably do like a lot more potatoes and a lot more carrots, but today it's just us. So I'm just making just enough. I don't have any particular chopping technique. I just gotta do what feels right. Okay, I'm just about to chop up the meat, and while I do that, I'm going to put this beauty into a setting that I need. So I'm gonna turn it on, and then we're going to put it on high sear so it heats up while I'm chopping up the beef. I'm gonna add some olive oil to it. And okay, now that's done. I'm gonna chop up the meat. This is about 1 kilo of beef. I'm gonna chop it up into smaller pieces. Like this piece I'll probably do it in quarters. So it's a nice chunk that's not too small and not too big. This is about the perfect size. I'm gonna chop it up, put it right in there. I'm gonna brown up that meat before I put it into a slow cooking mode. I'm already excited about the dinner tonight. This is honestly one of my favorite recipes in terms of the time, the efficiency, and the taste. I do love the taste. My son really loves it. And you know, toddlers can be pretty picky. So that's why I make this recipe pretty much almost every single week. My son loves it, and it's so good for you. We buy our meat in bulk, and then we separate it into smaller bits. So yeah, usually after I cook this recipe, if we have any broth left over, I freeze it and I use it as stock. I don't usually do it with this type of beef. Sometimes we buy beef that has bone in it. That way you get a lot of bone marrow in the broth. So I try to save some broth and I freeze it and I use it in soups. Yeah, but okay, the beef is done. What I'm going to do now is brown up the meat. This is going to be a decent dinner, and we'll definitely have leftovers tomorrow. It'll be great for lunch. Also, I found that the more it sits in the fridge, the tastier it gets. Fantastic. Already smells very good. Let's add some crushed garlic. Be pretty generous with it. Make it quite garlicky. I will also add bay leaf. Let's add the herbs. This was black pepper. Coriander. Cumin. Middle Eastern blend of herbs and spices. We have turmeric. We have some dry mint and salt. I'll also add a little bit of chili. I try to stay away from chili just because I'm nursing and that really affects my baby, but it's gonna be alright in this one. Just putting a little bit. I'm going to mix it really well. Now we're definitely getting there. I will add some lemon juice. This is me improvising on the spot because I like lemon in my cooking. I think it'll be good here as well. Fantastic. Now I'm just going to add a can of chopped tomatoes. I'm just going to mix it together. I'm going to take the vegetables, put them all inside. Now I'm going to add boiling water to this. I boiled the kettle before this, so it's nice and hot. Just cover everything. Give it a good stir. Now we're gonna go to the slow cooking setting to 7 hours. And I'm gonna press start. Now all I'm going to do is cover it up. And come back in 7 hours. See how easy this is? And I promise you it's gonna be very delicious. This is the final result. Let's dig in. Today we're making one of my favorite recipes of all time. This is recipe number 4 in the video, and today we're making lasagna. This is actually Jamie Oliver's recipe, but I made my own adjustments. I made it halal, and I really enjoy how it comes out. I've cooked this lasagna a few times, and it now became a staple in our household. I already done all the basic prep. I have everything ready in pretty mismatched ramekins, so it's not a cooking show, but I have everything ready so we can dive right into cooking. The prep took me about 10 to 15 minutes, and now the actual cooking will probably take about half an hour, and then lasagna will take about half an hour in the oven. But without further ado, let's dive right in. We're going to start with the meat. So right now in the pan I have olive oil, and I'm gonna heat it up, and then I'm going to add, I'm gonna look at my recipe because I haven't made this lasagna too many times, so I'm still getting used to it. So we start with the garlic and rosemary in the olive oil. Be generous on the garlic. And I'm using crushed garlic that's already pre-made to save time. And rosemary. Crushed it up. Oh. That's great. Next we're gonna add, I have onions, 1 onion, 1 carrot, and some of the chopped capsicum. And I use the frozen capsicum. Once again, it's just very easy to use it. I'm gonna put that in. Now I've just cooked it for a couple of minutes. Now I'm gonna push it to the side a little bit and let it continue cooking. I'm gonna add the mince. So I have about 1 kilo of beef mince here. Gonna put it all in the pan. Now that the mince is halfway done, I'm gonna add the herbs. Now, take out all of my upcycled jars. We have coriander. We'll have some turmeric, because I put it in everything. We'll have this Middle Eastern blend of herbs. Then dry mint, just a little bit. Some black pepper. Some Himalayan salt. And a little bit of chili. That's enough. Alright, I'm gonna mix it all together. That's great, that looks really good. Now I'm just gonna take, I have 2 cans of chopped tomatoes. Now I'm gonna empty them in the meat. 1. 2. Now I'm gonna fill them up with some water and empty them inside. 1 might be enough. I'll reserve this one for later. Alright, I'm just gonna mix it all together and let it reduce. And we're gonna move on to the white sauce. Let's do the white sauce. So for the white sauce, I need butter. So I'm going to melt 50 grams of butter inside. I have another wooden spoon here for the white sauce. So the butter is almost completely melted. I'm gonna add the flour. So I have about 5 to 6 tablespoons of flour here. So it's plenty of flour. I'm gonna put it all here in the butter and give it a good mix. Now I'm going to add the milk. All of this dairy milk and a bit of almond milk because we ran out of dairy milk. Overall, you need about 1 liter of milk. So this is everything we had. So I think that's made it just enough. Now I'm just going to mix it until it's combined and until it reaches its boiling point. The sauce started to really thicken up, so I'm gonna add some cheese. I have mostly feta cheese here just because I prefer it that way. So I'm just gonna literally melt it all into the sauce. And then it's almost time to start assembling the lasagna. I'm really taking good care of it. I'm really focused just because I really don't want to mess it up. I'm not 100% comfortable with this recipe just yet. Especially I don't want to get the white sauce wrong. Here we go. It's really coming together. I'm going to take it off the heat and continue mixing. The meat is almost ready as well. Just the right consistency. And the color is really good as well. Volkan, you want to come have a look at the sauce? the white sauce. Bechamel sauce, yeah. I just melted cheese in there, so it's still melting.
Some flour?
Yes, I put lots of flour in there. I just need to season it a little bit. No, I haven't yet. It's right here.
Oregano.
Volkan is very particular about his sauce, so I'm just making sure we get it right.
Just to make salad nacho. Okay. Some garlic.
No, but I put plenty in it. And it's nice and thick, hey? Did we get it right?
We don't have secret mustard, right?
No, we don't. This is something we actually need to get. There we go. Yeah. It will. This is, I think this is right consistent. Otherwise, I think this is good.
Okay.
And the meat, I'm just gonna start assembling now. He gave us a thumbs up. Now it's time to assemble. I have the meat exactly where it needs to be. I have the white sauce ready to go. I have my lasagna sheets. I'm gonna open them up and I'm just gonna assemble it. And it's almost ready to go in the oven. All right, I'll take the wooden spoons. I don't need them anymore. Okay, I need this now. So on the very bottom, I'm gonna put some meat. I'm gonna spread it evenly. And I left the meat sauce quite saucy, so it's not super dry. Great, now I'm gonna take lasagna sheets. And I can usually fit 4 in here. And then I'm gonna put some white sauce on top. I'm gonna spread it around evenly. And then I'm gonna repeat the process until I'm out of ingredients. Fantastic, I'm out of the ingredients. It's completely full. So what I'm gonna do now, before I put it in the oven, I'm gonna put some grated cheese on top. And then it's gonna go in the oven. I'm really, really excited to eat this. Just like, you can never go wrong with lasagna, eh? Okay, that's great. In the oven it goes. Quickly check. I put the timer to half an hour. We're gonna come back here and look at the final result. Lasagna is out of the oven. It looks and smells amazing. And we're just gonna plate it up and see what we ended up with. This is the kind of food you wanna eat on a rainy day. So we timed it perfectly with the weather. It's falling apart on me. I don't know how you can do it gracefully. It's definitely very cheesy. Like me. Okay, I'm gonna leave everything here. This is how it looks like. Okay, I have a little bit of pasta, a little bit of meat, and a little bit of sauce here. So, it's good. I'd say this recipe turned out to be a success. I'll catch you later for the recipe number 5. I already know what I'm gonna show you, but yeah, it's going to be a great dinner today. Here we are. It's day number 5, and which means it's the 5th and the final dinner idea in this video. Today we're doing something that I absolutely love. It's so easy, it's really healthy, it's really light. If you don't like feeling super heavy after a dinner, this recipe you will definitely love. We're making chicken wraps. So all we need is chicken tenderloins. I'm gonna marinate them and then I'm gonna pan fry them, and a bunch of veggies. I have capsicum, I have avocado, I have cheese, I have lots of spinach, I have mustard mayo, and I have tortilla bread. And after I'm done cooking the chicken, I'm gonna assemble them in wraps, and there you go. Such an easy and yummy dinner. So let's get started on the chicken. So to marinate the chicken, I need some yogurt, some spices, and some olive oil. Some olive oil. Okay, we are going to use 1 tablespoon of yogurt for the chicken. Here we go. And then I'm just going to use some spices. By this recipe, you already know that I use the same spices for absolutely everything. This is Middle Eastern blend. Some turmeric. Here we go, plenty of turmeric. Some coriander. I really need to fill up these jars. We're like all run out. Black pepper. Hope this doesn't make me sneeze. Some dry mint. And some salt. Pink Himalayan salt. Fantastic. I really need to dig in with my hands. The chicken was in the fridge, so it's a bit cold. It's so cold. Okay, I can get through this. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. This is how the chicken should look like. Now we're gonna move over to the stove and cook up that chicken. Now we're just going to preheat these 2 cast iron pans. I'm using 2 pans just to make it a lot quicker. And I am going to pan fry the chicken. I've heated up the tortilla bread on the sandwich press, and now I'm gonna go ahead and assemble the wraps. So we're gonna start with mustard mayo. We're gonna spread it with a spread knife all over the tortilla. And then we're gonna add spinach, lots of spinach. Who doesn't love spinach? Then we're gonna add some cheese. Then we're gonna add some avocado, capsicum, and gonna top it up with the chicken. And now we're going to wrap it. Here we go, one wrap done. And I'm gonna repeat the process until I'm done. Here we go, we have 2 wraps for every family member. And that is it. We're just gonna dig in and enjoy our dinner. If you enjoyed this video and you want more videos like this one, make sure you leave me a thumbs up, comment below, and let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel right here. And if you want to see more from me, here are a couple of videos over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.